Good afternoon. I want to thank everybody for coming out to support this event. I'd like to say a few words and thank a few people. When Mary told me better part of a year ago that she wanted to do this event again, and this year she had a SEAL in mind, I naturally said, well, I think, being former Navy myself, that we should have good Navy representation out here. So there's a couple groups I'd really like to thank. One are the members of the Navy Recruiting District Jacksonville. Please, if you will, stand up. Most of them are still standing, I think. The next group is a group that's near and dear to my heart. Not that you guys are. I used to be the commanding officer of that recruiting district. But I do a lot of work with the Naval Sea Cadets, the Centurion Battalion. They were the ones here today acting as side boys. I want to thank them for coming out. How many do we have? 25 maybe? Had a good number. I want to thank them. And of course I would be remiss if I didn't talk a little bit about Mary for this event. You know, we all hear about events where somebody is taking advantage of the public in the name of military members. I heard a story about it just last week. I want to assure all of you that are here, I've worked with Mary on this kind of thing for a couple of years, and that absolutely is not the case. Every penny that comes out of your pocket to either get in the door or to do anything else will go to support Bo. So there's not an administrative fee off the top. There's not somebody getting rich from this. In fact, I bet if Mary looked at her balance sheet, I bet she spends money to put this on. So I really thank her for that. She's a very special lady. Before I bring Bo up, I want to say a couple of things about him and about some of the circumstances that that kind of surrounded his service. I'm a former SEAL. I was in the SEALs in the 80s, and I'll have to tell you, at that time, certainly every SEAL realized there was a possibility of going to combat. Whether we were young and stupid or not, we actually hoped for combat, because that's what we were training for. But we trained very, very hard in the eventuality of conflict. However, when Bo joined the Navy in 2008, every young man that was joining the Navy at that time to be a SEAL absolutely knew they were going to combat. There was no question. No question whatsoever, and I've told dozens of them that. And they continue to join. One of the things, we've got Bo's family here, his wife Lacey and his son Landon. I want you to realize that Bo knew that his family needed him. His son was, what did y'all tell me? I think his son was born something like 14 days before he went into boot camp. So he knew his family needed him. But you know what else he realized? Is that his country needed him. And he went on to do some very honorable things. And I think as we look at Bo's life, one of the things I've been very impressed with, yes, I mean, for anybody to make it through SEAL training is an impressive feat. There's about a 75 or 80% attrition rate. That in itself is pretty fantastic. He served with the SEALs in combat, but I think if you learn a little more about him tonight, you're going to find and agree with me that what he's done since stepping on that IED is what's really remarkable. He is not feeling sorry for himself. He's not allowing anyone else to feel sorry for him. He is moving forward. He is on, I never even heard of this, it's sled hockey. He is on a sled hockey team. Last year, he rode a jet ski from Key West to New York. Which, by the way, they pulled into New York on September 11th to commemorate the bombing. And I just learned today he's got plans this June of climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. So, I will tell you, this is an impressive young man and has really done well for himself, and I'm proud to be here to introduce him. Bo?
don't really know what to say, but I really appreciate everyone coming out here and supporting me and my family. It really means the world to us. I want to thank Mary for all her hard work for over the last year and her passion in helping us out. Just want to thank my wife and son for always being there for me. It hasn't been the easiest road all the time, but I know for my son, I've always told myself that I can never tell him that I quit something, and that's what got me through Buds, and that's why I'm here walking today, is because of him and my family, and I don't want to let down and keep fighting for all of you and my country. Thank you guys for everything.
Next, I'd like to welcome from the Department of Florida, the VFW State Senior Vice Commander, T. Wayne Markham.
Well, I ain't going to hold you up too long. I'm not a big speaker. But I would like to thank you. It's an honor to be here today with Post 4287. I think this is something every post in the VFW should be doing every year, helping our veterans. That's our job. And I thank you for that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much.
And of course, our co-sponsor for doing this, the president from Semper Fidelis, Murph.
Guys, you know me, you know my wife Teresa, and you know her heart is in Semper Fidelis, in the VFW, and in the men and women that defend our freedom day in and day out. I am very proud that we are once again a part of this for Bo and his family, and I just can't tell you how much this means to us, especially the guys that are in here that are Purple Heart recipients, guys that have served in Vietnam, the Vietnam era vets, because we never got this. But the thing is, we are damn sure going to make sure that these kids get it. Now, I do not want to take anything away from Bo, because this is your day, brother, and I do want to thank you for your service from one combat vet to another. But I do want to recognize a special guest we do have here. It's Sergeant Russ Merrick. Russ was hit with an IED several years ago. Russ is sitting here in this wheelchair here with his dad, Paul. Russ is an example, just like Bo is, about how these young men and women can endure and go on. So I would just like to recognize Russ for coming out and celebrating us. Russ heard about this thing from Bo and he says, I'm coming, I don't care, hell or high water, I'm going to be there. But enough of me, enough of Russ. Bo, thank you, Petty Officer Second Class. Thank you for your service to this country. And today, this is for you, from all these brothers and sisters, in uniform and out. Thank you very much for your service.
SO2 Reichenbach, Bo Daniel Reichenbach. I contacted the mayor of the city of Orlando, and here's what he wrote. Whereas SO2 Bo Daniel Reichenbach was born on January 7, 1988, and is the son of Crystal and Donald Reichenbach. Whereas as a kid growing up in Billings, Montana, SO2 Bo Daniel Reichenbach had two dreams: to become a Navy SEAL and to play national hockey. Whereas in March 2008, SO2 Bo Daniel Reichenbach fulfilled one of his dreams by joining the United States Navy and serving his country with great pride. And whereas on May 2010, SO2 Bo Daniel Reichenbach earned the honor to wear the trident, the symbol of the Navy SEALs, and was entrusted with some of the most dangerous missions in the military. And whereas SO2 Bo Daniel Reichenbach's unit was deployed to Afghanistan on January 3rd, 2012. Whereas on July 17th, 2012, 7 months into his tour, SO2 Bo Daniel Reichenbach's life was dramatically altered after an encounter with an IED. Whereas on September 16, 2012, just 2 months after the explosion, SO2 Bo Daniel Reichenbach participated in the Navy 5-miler on a national mall and was the first to cross the line on a custom-made bicycle. Whereas on January 12, 2013, just 6 months after the fateful day, SO2 Bo Daniel Reichenbach fulfilled his second dream and lent his talents to the Ohio United Sled Hockey team, leading them to victory over the Pittsburgh Mighty Penguins. Whereas on February 14, 2013, SO2 Bo Daniel Reichenbach delivered some of his most memorable quotes. "I have not yet begun to fight. Go hard or go home. And think about what you have done today. Did you give it your all? Letting all who were listening know that anything is possible." Whereas on July 22nd, 2013, SO2 Bo Daniel Reichenbach made the USA developmental team for sled hockey. And whereas in August of 2013, SO2 Bo Daniel Reichenbach was invited to Annapolis to speak at the Naval Academy about buds training in Coronado. And on September 6, 2013, Bo Daniel Reichenbach, without concern for his own safety, rode a jet ski up the east coast to New York City with his veteran brothers in honor of those who lost their lives in the attacks of September 11, 2001. And whereas the City of Orlando, VFW Post 4287, and Semper Fidelis America Inc. honor SO2 Bo Reichenbach and thank him for his service and sacrifice to our country. Now, therefore, I, Buddy Dyer, Mayor of the City of Orlando, do hereby proclaim Saturday, January 18, 2014, as Special Operations Second Class Bo Daniel Reichenbach Day in the City of Orlando.